Hi, Talani. Thank you for your response. It was 2010, late 2010. I had come back in the Army at the age of 47. I had gotten out of the Army in 1996 at the behest of my ex-wife at the time, and I wanted to align myself with her. So I got out because she was studying to become a Jehovah's Witness. And Jehovah's Witnesses don't do military. They're totally neutral. And me, like a complete idiot, I said, well, those of us that stay together, pray together, I love her. I'm getting out of the military. Had been in the military for 17 years and 4 months. So literally, about 2 years, 9 months or so, I could have retired. And I gave all that up. Crazy as it may seem. Well, of course, now, today, I have since divorced her. And I left the Jehovah's Witness faith, I just did. I just left it because I went back in the Army in 2005. Since that time, I stayed in long enough to 2010. I was able to retire. That gave me a little bit of disability for my multiple sclerosis and some other things, So I was compensated for it. But let me share something with you that will help you in your time, because this video is about you, it's not about me. When I was diagnosed in October or November of 2010, that was right after I retired, I was 52 years old. Imagine that, right? I had successfully been married 2 times. Didn't know I was going to be married a 3rd time. I actually got married a 3rd time to a much younger woman. I know, I must have hit my head. But y'all want to hit the first time when I found out there was something wrong with me. But what I had to do for my betterment and for my betterment, and to place me in an advantage situation, was initially everybody kept telling me what I was going to be feeling, what my prognosis was. People with MS, they end up in wheelchairs, they end up with walkers, they end up with canes. They can't run anymore, they don't do anything. They kept telling me the things I wasn't going to be able to do. I went the other way. For about maybe 6 months or so, I tried to get involved with these different support groups. I like to call them the woe is me kind of groups. Crying over their beer. Please put some hot oil on me. Pray for me. I want to get better. I mean, they just was a woe is me kind of environment. That did not serve me personally. I prayed, but I needed to move my feet. My legs were very, very weak. My symptoms were my feet felt like they were in ice cold water, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm walking, I'm stumbling. My right arm tingling as though I'd hit my elbow on the table, and like you get your funny bone and it tingles for a little while, then it goes away. Mine's there right now. It never goes away. It's always there. I was put on some beta serum, which was an every other day injection. I took that religiously until I lost sight of my right eye with optical neuritis. When I lost sight of my right eye, they had to put me on intravenous steroids, Solumetrol. Brought my sight back. It took 3 weeks for my sight to come back. That was a turning point for me. I said, at this point, I'm not taking any more medication. I'm done with it. That was my decision. I said, check with your doctor. I didn't check with mine. And I began to keep on lifting weights, and I forced vitamin-rich blood to my extremities. In my mind, that was a good thing. My doctor at the time in 2010 didn't really believe in weight training or that type of exercise. Little was known about it then. Now, 9 years later, they're touting it. They're saying everybody that's got multiple sclerosis should do some weight training. So I do moderate to heavy weights because I'm 62 now. So I gotta maintain. But I also went on YouTube. This is monumental to me. Wasn't just about my body. It just wasn't about what I ate. It was about what I put in my what I fed on in my mind. Yeah, I read the Bible. I did that. I did that, and I did all the other stuff. But there were other things on not Facebook, on YouTube videos that turbocharged my mindset. It turbocharged my daily method of operation. It turbocharged my daily routine. Books I read, people I listened to, the mindsets, they were so highly charged, I couldn't help but become fortuitous in my ambitions. So 2010 was when I retired from the military, never to work again for anybody, by choice. 2010 also began my trek of greater financial rewards. I went from $9 an hour to $43 an hour, where I'm at right now, not working for anybody, by choice. So I had to learn some things about myself. I had to figure out that lifting moderate to heavy weights suited me. It made my legs stronger, enabled me to not stumble anymore, enabled me to jog again, enabled me not to be on a walker, cane, or wheelchair, to defy the understanding of many of the doctors that would see me. One of my neurologists told me, he says, look, he was amazed that I was on no medical protocols whatsoever. And he said, you need to be on Tysabri. I said, Doc, what is Tysabri? What's the substance that we intravenous put in your body once a month, only one time a month? I said, that sounds great, Doc. And that's a substance I have to be on the rest of my life, I understand? Yeah, you do. Doc, let me ask you a question. What are the side effects of Tysabri? He paused for a second. He said, well, out of 10,000 people, just one, they die. They die, Doc? Not get sick, but they die. What do they die of? Well, one out of 10,000 people, they die of a brain infection. So it's only one, And I said to him, this is a quote. I said, only one, Doc? It must suck to be him, huh? Needless to say, I didn't get on Tysabri. Needless to say, no medication goes in my body right now. The only thing I take is CBD, vitamin D3, coffee berry, and curcumin. And I add to that regimen by putting stuff in my body that's natural and with a natural mindset. Which really related to my girlfriend, my fiance, who used to work in the post office, who incidentally, post office must have been rough because she ended up with 3 heart attacks. She has a pacemaker now. So she and I relate to each other because of the fact of my malady with multiple sclerosis and her malady with having what she dealt with. But I worked on her mindset. Her mindset is equal to mine now, or I won't say equal to mine. It's getting to mine now in ways that she views the world and views things. So I'm going to leave you with a video, this video, and another video attached to it by Eric Thomas. He's a motivational speaker. I think he's like the top motivational speaker in the world. He put a video out today that moved me greatly. I shared it with my fiance. It's covering the current state of affairs now, but it's doing it in a manner that inspires me to be better, to do more, to do greater. So I feel for you with your diagnosis of multiple sclerosis. I remember how it was. I got the word of having it from my doctor, from my neurologist, the only one in the office. He turned calm to me and said, Mr. Saunders, you have relapsing, remitting multiple sclerosis. And it was a hurtful day. But I have since gone on. I've since gone on to be stronger, mentally, physically, emotionally. Don't listen to anybody that tells you what you're supposed to feel or how you're supposed to feel or to minimize your situation. The only person that can tell you about multiple sclerosis is one that has it. If they don't, even my neurologists and my doctors don't have it, I listen to what they say to a level, but not at my level, because they don't have what I have. They can't possibly understand what my body feels like every day. They can't possibly understand how I combat my tiredness. They can't constantly understand how the degenerative arthritis in my lower back and in my neck, what I have to do to alleviate that. And yes, I am getting married for the 4th time and final time to a woman that's a woman of my dreams who I love dearly, who met me at a time of my life where she could have walked away from me after finding out that I have MS. No, I would not have walked away with her having 3 heart attacks. It wasn't about that. But she had a choice that she could make to be with me or not. She's chosen to be with me. So I'm sending this video out to you. You don't know me. I'm 62 years old, originally from Hollis, Queens, New York. Time now is 10:13. I'm basically an hour behind you. Okay, you're an hour ahead of me. What I'd like to say is I'm going to send you a video. Hope it touches you. Hope it impacts you. And hope it enriches you. We'll talk to you later.